Let's talk a little bit about Skate 4. You guys may or may not remember, but EA Skate, they've been dropping these boardroom meetings every 4 or 5 months or so on YouTube. And in these boardroom meetings, guys, is when we find out new information about the next Skate game, Skate 4. Today, we have the boardroom meeting number 3 to sit down and watch, and we're gonna just react to it live and just commentate over it and just see how it goes. So I probably won't be talking too much throughout the video here, but I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions at the end of the video, and I'll also give you guys a link down below to the full video itself, so you can just watch it by itself if you wanna do that. All right, here we go. Turn it up the volume a little bit.
Hey there, it's that time again. Here we are, episode 3. I'm Cuz, Senior Creative Director at Full Circle. We're gonna jump straight in and tackle a couple of the top questions we've seen since the last time we got together for the boardroom. First up, what's the deal with console playtests? We're still just playtesting on PC. We haven't got there yet. We're doing PC first, and then we've got more to share as we move into the console. Second, we have
console information
around
today.
Items and rewards from the February playtest. We're early in our designs for progression and rewards, and we'll share more as soon as we can. But to reiterate, Skate will not have paid loot boxes.
Okay.
Now let's shift gears to today. New things. Excellent.
No loot boxes.
This time we want to talk about activities, or more simply, how will you spend your time in San Amsterdam having fun, doing stuff. To help me do that, I'm joined by some of our incredible
this
team.
bongo beat is so sick.
Here we have.
This is the best beat so far I've heard of these
Introduce
these
yourself,
videos.
say who you are, what you do, how much you love working with me, or just
This beat is so
Hey,
crazy.
I'm Scott. I'm an activities designer, and I really love working with Cuz. Because I'm an activities designer, that means I help set the vision for design and implement, with the help of many other smarter people, all sorts of activities in the game. I love
damn.
working on Skate because it's
Yo, a pinch feeble on that ledge there?
Self-expression, and as a creative
I'm
person
coming
on
down
a
now,
creative
sorry.
project, that's kind of like the best case scenario.
Hello, I'm Christine. I'm an experienced designer. I'm very excited I can work with our amazing activities teams to deliver a fantastic skate experience.
Hi, I'm Tobin, lead systems designer. I look after stuff like progression and rewards, but I also work on areas like player-created skate parks and our social systems. I'm super excited to work on a game that has so much culture and history around it, both real skateboarding and also people who have been with us.
and you love Too Short.
I love to, actually I'm more of an E40 person.
Oh, really? Okay. So we hear you. We know you want to know more about the story and what that means for Skate. And I know this is probably not what you want to hear right now, but we're just not ready to talk about it yet. When the time is right, we'll be back with a whole boardroom dedicated to the story, the city, and what the narrative is.
Okay.
What we can say today is,
Fair enough.
yes, there will be an ongoing story for both you and the city of San Amsterdam.
That's all we need to know. That's all you need to know.
We're
There is a story,
an evergreen
apparently.
game with an evolving story. First up, when we say activities, what does that actually mean?
So we have 3 core pillars for activities. First, they're ever-changing and evolving. They're not a stagnant experience. We're always giving you something new, something exciting, something unique to skate and explore. They're also grounded in our reality, so they're not bound to the rules of the reality we're sitting in. We can bend and break the rules a little bit to create those moments that you can't get in any other game. And lastly, my favorite is that activities ultimately celebrate and support players and the community. I really like this one because it feels really connected to the modern ethos of skating. This is a place where you can come and just have fun, express yourself, and we're gonna recognize and reward that.
Yeah, we aim to develop activities so that all players can be involved, regardless of playstyle and skill level. I have some friends who don't skate in real life but really interested in skates. They ask me, can I still play skate without knowing skateboarding in real life? The answer is yes, of course. We really want to welcome everyone.
Yeah, as a team, we've talked a ton about how to make sure that you can have fun with activities, whether you're somebody who doesn't know anything about skateboarding, or if you're a fan that's been with us since the very beginning.
Looking nice.
It's
Lots
really
of new
important
textured
that there's fun
spots.
stuff to do for everyone, and that includes people who want to do things that might not even involve a skateboard, as y'all may have seen.
Right, and we also can't have one and done challenges anymore. We have our core gameplay innovations, and that unlocks new ways for us to challenge people and new ways to think about the city. But with our new format as a always-on multiplayer game, we're able to give people those experiences, new and returning.
We're focusing a lot on the non-skateboarding stuff, which I mean,
That sounds pretty sick. Can you
okay,
tell
but
us
it's
a little
not really
bit
what I'm
more
looking
about
for.
the activities we're currently working on and
myself, you
testing?
know.
Sure, so the first activity that we're working on is challenges, and you'll be familiar with these if you've played a skate game before. These are short solo experiences, but unlike previous challenges, these rotate in and out periodically. When they do, they'll change ever so slightly so that even replaying challenges you've played before will make you think about new ways to tackle them.
Pop-ups are another concept we are testing. These are dynamic events around the city that are all about bringing people together. They are not super long and they are not super hard. They are the same for everyone and they are cooperative. For example, you could be skating around and then see showing up that requires to score 50,000 points as a group.
Everyone in the city can come together, contribute points, and then get some rewards and carry on with their day. The concept of pop-ups is super exciting because they get people into the same area, which leads to all sorts of fun outside of the activity itself.
Right, and we found that when people are playing together was when the game feels most exciting. So we've also been exploring a multiplayer mode we're currently calling community events. Skate's always allowed for pretty crazy things to happen, and with all the new gameplay possibilities that flumping and wiping out affords us, community events really lean into that legacy.
Sorry, Scott, I'm just gonna stop you right there. We've mentioned flumping a couple times now. We should probably explain what it means. Simply put, flumping is our name for all of the new off-board gameplay that we have. It's flicking, it's jumping, thus flumping. Okay, Scott, back to you.
Yeah, and we're really excited about community events. I kind of like to think about these like games at a carnival. Everybody wants to play them, and there's a huge line, but you don't need to be an expert to participate. It's fun no matter how good you are.
What is happening to that?
And also, we're a video game, so there's not actually a huge line.
And we also got throwdowns. These are user-initiated and totally customizable. The purpose of throwdown is to allow players to gather together at any time, build relationships, practice, or just show off cool tricks. Our goal is to provide you with a ton of options to create and customize unique experiences for you and your friends.
I thought it meant like throw down like the skateboard, like the...
Just let you put an activity wherever you think is cool. So if you find a spot...
It's a bit confusing, the wording of throwdowns. I thought they meant like the animations of
put a throwdown
putting your skateboard down.
Throw
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally, it lets you and your friends turn any spot into a place where you can have some light competitive fun.
And we know that everyone plays skate for different reasons and in different ways. And that's why we are currently testing and concepting a range of different activities. Whether you prefer to play solo, in a team, cooperatively, or competitively, we want to give you fun things to do.
Looks sick.
Totally. We've seen this when we all jump in the game together in the studio playtest and in the community playtest that we've been doing. There's something here for everyone. Some people are running on walls, some people are climbing, some people are skating.
I mean, this game you can play however you want to play, like realistic, unrealistic, whatever you want to do, it seems like.
Yeah, and we know people are really fond of the activities we've had in the past, like On the Spot and Hall of Meat, and these sort of form the bedrock of activities in skate, and that's where we started on this project, and they're absolutely still here. But it became really obvious really fast that our new off-board gameplay, flumping, coupled with slams and skating, can unlock a whole new range of experiences. So this is where we started working on concepts like climbing challenges, which are all about using verticality and the density of the city to reach a finish line. And we're also working on activities that aren't strictly about any one type of gameplay. So, for example, we've explored things like big games of tag across a whole server.
Yes, I'm really excited about this. And we are already having so much fun testing this.
What's also cool is our city is pretty different than previous games, so this lets us keep things interesting based on where our activities take place. So you might have to find your way to a rooftop skate park for an on-the-spot challenge, or the game of tag might take place in a big construction zone. There's so much going on in the world of San Van, which lets us
you have to climb the building just to get there.
We've been focusing a lot on how to add depth to our activities in a way that keeps things fresh, but also keeps you on your toes. How can we make sure that the game is accessible to new players? Many of them might be trying to skate for the first time as a free-to-play game.
From like a realistic point of view,
this is returning fans who are looking for a lot of game to sink their teeth into.
Yeah, in order to make the game accessible,
are very snappy
we are approaching each activity in different ways, but with one unifying principle: skate is for everyone. For example, in challenges, we have 3 difficulty tiers: own it, crash it, and shut it down. Own it might not be hard for a veteran player, but it should be just right for a new player. Shut it down, on the other hand, will require a lot more practice and skill to master. Difficulty levels allow players to learn, grow, and adapt over time. Players can try over and over again to complete a more difficult tier. And of course, harder difficulties means better rewards.
And with challenges, beyond just the main baseline difficulties that Christine mentioned, we also have modifiers. Modifiers are additional restrictions that will make you rethink how you tackle a challenge. So for example, you might see an Own the Spot that has a manual lines don't count modifier. We want challenges to feel fresh and interesting every time you play them, even if it's not your first time, and we want them to grow with you and your skill, giving you more opportunities to prove yourself.
Wait, let me back up just a bit. Did you say modifiers? Could you have a slappy modifier?
You could have a slappy modifier.
Oh, sick. Oh, what?
You
Is that
could
new?
have a firecracker modifier.
Yo, is that new?
Thank you. Whether you want to jump in for a long marathon session or if you want to have a little casual sesh, we want Sam Bandstand to feel different.
What is up with this
unique,
gold
exciting,
face
and
mask?
fresh.
I keep
How
seeing
will
this
our
thing.
activities and the experience we're building for players support that feeling of freshness?
We sort of implied this before, but the activities in Sandvan won't be completely static. So you can expect something new every day, every week, or every season in Sandvan. On top of that,
okay.
our goal of developing skate with
Season
and
pass
for
coming?
the fans means we want to be able to react to the feedback and give people more of what they want. These update frequencies mean we can do that more often.
Seki popped over from the
on a
nose
small,
slide.
medium, and large scale.
Of course, there will be long-term things for you to work towards too, so that all that freshness feels like it has meaning. Stuff like achievements and other long-term activities give you a look at your history with the game. We want you to be able to look back on your time when you were a skate baby doing your first kickflip in diapers and see how much you've grown. Yes, like Shingo.
Something we often talk about amongst the team is how we can ensure players always feel rewarded for the time in the game. Your time is valuable for us, and
This is important for free to play right here.
We're going to do a deeper dive on rewards, cosmetics, and generally all the cool stuff you'll be able to earn in a future episode of The Boardroom.
You have to imagine that you can buy
rewards today.
You can buy these rewards as well.
What
It's a
can
free-to-play
players
game.
expect here?
So we want to make sure that whatever activity you're doing, you're making progress towards getting rewards. Do cool stuff, get cool stuff. It's pretty important to us that you're making progress just by spending time doing the stuff you normally would in the game. But you'll also have some control over the rewards you get from sources that are a little bit less direct. I don't want to talk too much about the specifics right now because honestly, we're still figuring those out. But we just want to make sure that by completing activities, you can chase the stuff that you're interested in.
And what sort of rewards can we expect?
So all of our rewards have one thing in common, and that's giving you more ways to show off what makes you, you. You'll get new ways to customize your character's style, how they look and act, of course, their board as well.
Look
You'll also
and
be earning
act?
items from flat bars to toilets
act
to play
mean?
around with
Like
using the
emotes?
building tools we have.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
mean-
know I'm going to say toilets,
Big
really?
fan-
It's where I live.
Yep.
Okay.
Big toilet fan, cuz. Because, self-expression is about you and the environment around you.
But I do want to ask, this is the one thing I really want. Can I get a magical unicorn wombat?
That depends on how much you like wombats.
I like them a lot. They got hard butts.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, well, that's what I heard. All right, I wish we could keep talking, but that's all we have time for today. Thank you to Scott, Christine, Tobin for giving us a peek behind the curtain as the team continues to build, test, and figure out what activities mean for skate. I'll say it again, it's still early, but we're stoked to be able to keep sharing more and more with you as we continue this crazy journey. And remember, if you want a chance to join us in Sam Bandstand for the next playtest, head over to this website and sign up to be a Skate Insider. From myself, the team joining me here today, and everyone else at Full Circle, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the boardroom sometime.
All right, that's it. I recommend signing up, guys. They do take in a lot of people to test out the game, so definitely sign up on that playtest site. So that was all about the activities, what we're doing on a day-to-day basis in the game when you just load the game up. So that's kind of a good insight to what's happening whenever you play the game. I think a lot of us at this point have played free-to-play games. You can expect a very free-to-play experience, kind of like what you see with Fortnite, Apex Legends, for example. Apex Legends is probably the best example because it's an EA game as well. So, you do stuff, you do activities in the game, you do, goals, challenges, you unlock points to unlock more gear and cosmetics and emotes or whatever for your character. So it does make sense, And being free-to-play, you gotta imagine that you can also buy points to buy these cosmetics too. So I think what they're trying to do is balance, how much these items are actually worth in real money, because it will make the player's playtime feel less valuable if that item is worth $10 as opposed to $100. So it's all a balancing act. It's kind of weird for me to say that, but they have to make the player's time in the game feel rewarding But at the same time, some people don't have the time to do all that stuff, right? So they want to just play the game. They want to buy it and just play the game after work, after school, whatever. Just, you know, do what they want to do for a couple hours before bed. They want to just play the game as well. They want to have that same experience. So it's pretty interesting, guys. I'm pretty excited. Like, I'm thinking of like Fortnite, Apex Legends, you know, the big free-to-play games that have activities in the game, season passes and stuff, or seasons, where stuff rolls in and out of the game. So I think this will be an evolving game. It'll change over time, like any other free-to-play game. So I think the best part about free-to-play and this cosmetic store thing will be the marketing abilities for actual skateboarding companies. I'm excited for that. I think Skate can directly contribute, you know, to the growth of skateboarding overall, not just for video games, but like for the whole culture. Kind of the same way that Tony Hawk Pro Skater did and Skate did when it first came out, you know, 12 years ago. The free-to-play Skate 4 game that this is going to become is going to change skateboarding forever. Large companies like Nike SB, Adidas, all the way down to like local skate shops and stuff. They could have like events in the game, like I guess, you know, like just think of the possibilities. Leave a comment down below, guys. Are you excited for Skate 4? And I do want to see your thoughts, guys. I want to actually, you know, read through all the comments and soak in what people are thinking of this next development update with Skate 4. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below on the video itself and also subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing everything about Skate 4 on this channel right here, guys, so definitely subscribe if you guys want to see some more stuff like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.